Hi, I'm Jane. I'm a social worker and a registered yoga teacher, and I'm here to do a teaching on shame. So, welcome to this moment. Join me in taking a deep breath through the nose. Might you hold it at the top for the count of 2, and then blow out like a candle on the exhalation. Notice how my shoulders are dropping out of my ears. How we can use the body in the present moment to access our truth. Shame lives in our bodies, and we want to get to know what shame feels like and where it lives. Where is your shame, my friends? Do you find that you carry shame in belly, near heart, in the throat area? Is it all up here in your head? Why do we need to know this? Because we want to recognize shame so we can work with it. When we work with our experiences, they release. Remember the teaching, what we resist persists. Hello, shame. What are you here to teach me? Sometimes shame has a message that we want to know about. The concept of shame is that it's a complex emotion, which means that there's an evaluation happening, either consciously or subconsciously. Either I'm evaluating that was terrible and I feel ashamed, or I'm not evaluating and I feel ashamed and I need to evaluate. Was what I did okay? If I evaluate, my friends, if we evaluate and what we are saying and doing and being, let's leave it at that, is actually our truth, then we get to release the shame because it was based on an evaluation which was based in a false premise. We want to live big in our truth. I'm going to do that again. Live big in our truth, breathing in through the nose, exhalation out through the mouth. However, when we evaluate that in fact shame has a teaching for us, we want to say thank you. If we have erred, if we have made a mistake, and to be human is to make a mistake again and again, we want, universally, we want to do better. We want to do better. And the way we do better is we begin to challenge ourselves because we're self-evaluating and saying, okay, I behaved in a way that I don't feel really good about. I'm experiencing shame. Let's say it's existing in my belly. And I say, and this is best practice here. This is very difficult to do. Thank you, shame. You're here to invite me to pivot and do something a little bit differently. It is up to you, my friends, to evaluate and decide, was what you did okay? And are you willing to pivot? As we pivot, shame lifts almost on its own because we recognize, okay, I'm doing good now. Where we get in trouble is we carry shame from the past and we forget to self-forgive. So forgiveness must come in this room with us. We must consider, am I ready to forgive myself for mistakes? And it is much easier to forgive yourself for mistakes in the past when you are ready, really ready, to practice a new way of being in ways that you will no longer feel ashamed. So thank you, shame, for helping me pivot. No, thank you, shame, you were actually misinformed. I'm really okay with myself. So welcome to this moment of self-evaluation and becoming the observer of this experience of shame. There is another video on becoming the observer. You might want to check that out. And welcome to this moment to begin again, to walk forward with releasing your shame when it no longer serves you. Releasing shame might be where we create heat in our hands and we sweep. This is anytime we touch our body in compassion and sweep away old messages and new messages of shame that don't serve us. We come into the light, we walk into the light. Deeply breathing through the nose into yes. I forgive myself. Or regulated breathing. yes, I can pivot and go forward. I don't need to carry the shame. Or, yes, I don't have to pivot because I'm showing up the way I want to. This shame isn't mine, and I'm ready to give it away. So let's close here with a hands together, pressing, feeling your fingertips pressing, thumbs into sternum, elbows raised. Notice the peace that one could feel, that I feel right now, I offer to you as I gaze down first in hope of relieving shame, as I invite you to work with shame in a more loving and compassionate way. Namaste, my friends. The resolving of shame in me, the shame in me sees the shame in you, and in a hopeful way, the resolution of shame in me sees the resolution of shame in you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again soon.